What's up? What's up? How y'all doing today? This is Jay Warren at AskJayWarren.com, and I got a special guest for me. Actually, one of my closest friends that we've done shoot almost anything, everything together. We've done hoop together on a recreational level and on a professional level. This guy, he's an author, he's an entrepreneur, he's a motivational speaker, he's a former Globetrotter who has traveled basically, a plethora of different countries. It's my man, Special K, Kevin Daley. How's it going, my man? How you doing?
What's going on, Jay? Man, I appreciate you having me on board, man. I like everything you're doing. So it's my turn to wrap it up with you, man. I appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you coming on, and obviously, I appreciate what you've been doing as well too. I've been following you obviously for a long time, not just after us playing together, but your Globetrotter career, your when you start writing your book, your motivational career. So you're doing big things out there, man. So congratulations on everything you've been doing.
Thanks a lot, man. And I'm still looking forward to seeing when you write your book.
It's in the process, man. You're not the only person that said that to me, so it's in the process. So just filling a couple gaps that I missed right there. Tell us, just to give a little bit about your personal life and tell us what's going on.
All right, well, a little background. I'm originally from Panama City, Panama. Actually, how we met, your father from Panama played in the NBA and played professionally and played for the Panama national team. And me and you played in a national team as well for Panama. Moved to Los Angeles when I was 13 years old. For the bulk of my life, I lived in Los Angeles, went to high school there, went to college there. Right after college, I played professionally in a few different countries. But then in 2004, I started playing with the Harlem Globetrotters. There I stayed for 10 years as the leader and the captain, the face of the team. That's where the Special K came from. And I retired in 2014. Since retiring, I wrote a book, an inspirational, award-winning autobiography. That award is something I was not expecting whatsoever. So that was a great surprise. And I've been doing a lot of speaking engagements for corporations, also for schools too. I have an anti-bullying program that a lot of schools like to bring me to share with the kids. And then the corporations, they bring me to speak on overcoming adversity, leadership, team building, things that I have experience in.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's awesome, and you obviously you said a lot. I forgot about the award-winning book, and I've dove into that, and it's a really good book. And later on, I'll leave a link for you guys so you can actually get that book. He's had a ton of testimonials on that book, so if you haven't got it yet, there'll be a link later on below. So tell me, share with, a little bit about your speaking engagements. You say you do a lot of team building, a lot of, on the corporate side, you do a lot of motivational for, that side for entrepreneurs as well as small business. So, share a little bit and dive a little bit deeper into, what you do in that realm and, how you help, other businesses and companies, bring the best out of them.
Well, companies, they like to bring me on board for topics that I mentioned before, leadership, team building, overcoming adversity. I have experience in that. I've always been like a natural born leader. I was the leader of the most famous team in the entire world, the Harlem Globetrotters, for 10 years. Obviously, my entire life, I've been a part of a team. So team building, I have some team building abilities as well. And overcoming adversity, that is actually my most desired topic. And I had to deal with overcoming adversity from the time I was 3 years old. At the age of 3 years old, I lost my mother. She committed suicide. And it was something that to this day, I'm 40 years old now, and I still deal with it. Writing the book helped me a whole lot. It helped me a whole lot because before I wrote the book, I couldn't even speak about it. People would ask me about it. It was very difficult for me to discuss that topic. But being able to, it's liberating, being able to speak on it. So when these corporations ask me to come in, I tailor all of my presentations to them. But I use a lot of my own personal life stories into my presentations. That's what makes it so unique. I've traveled to 97 countries. I've seen so much. I've been through a lot. I've been through a lot of great things, and I've been through a lot of lows as well. So I pour it all into my presentations. They're always energetic, humorous. As you know me, I like to have a good time.
Yeah.
But they're insightful, and the audience always they're gonna leave getting something from there. You know, it takes about 18 to 19 minutes to lose somebody's attention, and to be able to hold them for an hour. You can't just stand there and just talk. I don't care how interested they are in the topic. If they're not engaged, it doesn't matter. So I use different tactics to be able to keep them engaged. Humor, crowd participation, stories. That's what I do.
So you said obviously adversity is, especially as an entrepreneur, that you go through a lot of those. You got a lot of ups and downs. So and you mentioned a little bit about your story with your mom, but not on the personal level, but take us to the worst entrepreneurial moment to date. Like take us that story. Let me be there with you when you didn't know if you were going to make it as an entrepreneur or not.
Well, if you're an entrepreneur, you're going to go through many of those. But I'll tell you an early one that happened to me when I was in the process of writing the book. I Never Stop Smiling. I reached out to Magic Johnson. I knew Magic from playing in Los Angeles. He used to rent out the gym for the professionals that were playing overseas, and when they come back home, they have a place to play. You know how it is. You can't just, when you play overseas as a professional, you can't just go to any gym out here and get some good runs. You got to play with other people in the same level in order to get better.
Absolutely.
So Magic gave us that. So in 2010, during the NBA All-Star celebration, I played in the NBA Celebrity All-Star game, and Magic Johnson was the coach. So I asked him, I said, "Hey, Magic, thank you so much for everything you did for us. I didn't know the value of it until now. I'm writing a book. It's my life story. It's an inspirational story. And I want you to write the foreword for it." He said, "Man, give me all the information. I'll be more than happy to do so." So I was, as you can imagine, I'm high in the clouds right now, right? So,
yeah, of course.
My team contacted his team, and everything was moving forward. They looked like they were on board, and they were, yeah, we're going to do it. And one day, out the blue, they said, "We're not going to do it." I called directly, "Hey, let me know what it is. What do I need to do? What happened?" They didn't give me there was no reason behind it, but they're not going to do it. Now, that right there, it was like a blow to the stomach to me. And it put me in a very, very bad place because I just lost motivation. And probably about a year later, I said, "You know what? This is my life story. I don't need anybody else. Let me go out there and finish this. I started this. I said I was going to do it. Let me finish it." So I decided to start doing it again, and eventually I finished the book, obviously, and it turned out to be what it is right now. But you're going to go through some things sometimes that are going to they're going to cripple you for a second, and they might be in your mind. It might be a bigger issue than it actually is, but it's still going to derail you a little bit. And you just have to stay focused on what you want to do. You can't expect everybody to want your dream to come through. If you can get help, fine. If you don't have that help, you go out there and get it done anyway. And that was one of the early things that happened to me that was, it was tough. It was tough at the time because my mentality was, man, I'm writing an inspirational story and I'm having Magic Johnson, one of the best, best athlete ever. I think he's the best athlete that has taken his career from sports into being an entrepreneur. I don't think there's a better one. And I'm including Michael Jordan in this. I think Magic Johnson is the best when it comes to taking his career from the court to off the court. So that would have gave a lot of credibility to my book. But I think the value in the book is what's giving it the credibility today.
Wow, man, that was it's a pretty amazing story, and I think you shared that story with me before. But a lot of things I've taken from that is one is that during that entrepreneurial journey, you thought, and you were, I would say in the middle of your Globetrotter career because you said it was 2010. So it seemed like everything was coming together. You were the face of the Globetrotters. You have a top 5 basketball athlete gonna basically sign off on your book and help you on that, and then boom, it just basically gets pulled up underneath you. But you decided to write it anyway. So it was not only your lowest entrepreneur moment, but it was probably your biggest breakthrough as well because you probably had like you say, you've been dealing with adversity. You just like, I need to get my message out anyways, and you wrote the book, and it ended up becoming an award-winning book, and and now you're still speaking all over the world. So, everything has its path. It's not, obviously you probably had it, planned out differently, but it still worked out the way it did. But, everything always has a way of working out. So, real quick. So, share with, the audience, some value that, especially in your expertise, the motivational speaking or, touching people, inspiring people, share with them that they may not know, that that they may not know, something that, you've experienced and that, that will bring value to them that they may not know.
Well, I don't know if they will know it or not, but let me just tell you something that's been key for me. And I started doing this from the time I was young, and I didn't even know I was doing it. But when I was around 7 or 8 years old, around New Year's Eve, actually on New Year's Eve, when everybody would be screaming, Happy New Year's, I would say, Happy New Year's. I would grab my basketball, and I would run to the basketball court. Now, why is that important today? I would run to the basketball court, and in my mind, I was saying, hey, everybody else is celebrating New Year's today. But right now, I'm getting better. I'm getting ahead of the entire world right now because nobody's working out right now. I'm the only one improving right now. Everybody's stagnant, and I'm over here improving. So I did it for a few years, and today is exactly what I still do it now, not on New Year's, but I still work harder than the next person. If you want above average success, you have to do more than what the average is doing. I had a young girl tell me, hey, she wanted to become, she's an account manager at her job, and she wanted to become an account manager in 9 months. So my question to her was, okay, what's the average time that somebody becomes an account manager? She says, 1.5 years. Okay. Do you come in at 9? Do you leave at 5 every day? Yes. What do the average person does? They come in at 9 and leave at 5. I said, well, you're doing the same thing that the average person is doing. If you just do the same thing, you're managing in the same average time, which is 1.5 years. If you want to do it in 9 months, you have to do more than what the average person is doing. That means either working a 9 to 5 straight out hard and putting in some time after 5 before, maybe putting in a little time on the weekends. That's what you got to do. Now, if you want above, again, I'll repeat it. If you want above average success, you have to give above average work. One of my biggest problems, which is a blessing at the same time, is man, when I'm focused on something, I can't stop. I have to. My fiance will have to tell me, listen, you got to put that book down. You know, put that iPad down. Stop watching that video, because I'll be watching it until 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, because I like the knowledge, and I just want to be the best at whatever it is that I want to do. And that would be my advice. Put in above average to get above average success.
And that's that's a huge value bomb right there, man, because I think, that the old saying is that, if you keep on doing the same thing over and over again, it's insanity. And, you not just when you were younger, going out there and shooting hoops, on New Year's Day, because you knew nobody was out there shooting. You've carried that over to your adult life, and that story that you shared with, the woman who was trying to, excel in her career, but she's still doing average results. How's she going to get better? How's she going to become an account manager if she's doing the same thing over and over again? That's insanity. Right. And so, that's huge, man. I don't know how to. You hit it right on the head. If you want to be successful or above average, or you want to be, any type of success, or you want to be above average, you got to do more than the other person's doing, because somebody like you is out there doing, working harder, while somebody else on New Year's Eve is, out there partying and stuff like that, man. So, let's wrap it up. We've been on here for about 20 minutes now, so I won't take too much more of your time.
It's all good, man.
Yeah, yeah. Like I said,
this is good stuff.
Yeah, man. You're giving a whole bunch of value, man, and I appreciate you coming on again. So first, tell the best. So what was it before you share your website and stuff like that? Share with the audience. What do you think a key part of your success? And I know you said a little bit in that last one, the value bomb, but what do you think the key part of your success is to that? That has taken you to become a successful entrepreneur, a successful author, a successful speaker?
I would say having a passion. Definitely. Let me share another story too. When I was right after basketball, I was doing a little speaking, and then the speaking engagements were so far apart that I had to get a corporate job. So when I was interviewing, it's first time ever. I'm well into my 30s, first time ever interviewing for a job that had nothing to do with basketball. So I was hearing this question kept coming up. It was in sales, and they were asking me, "Are you money motivated?" And I know they were looking to hear yes, because in the job description they would say, "Hey, we're looking for somebody money motivated." But I just couldn't say yes. And I would say no, and I would catch them off guard, and they would ask me to explain. I told this was my answer. I'm not money motivated. I am success motivated. And with success, the money has to come. So my advice, another advice would be to have passion and be motivated by being successful in whatever it is that you want to do. Don't drive your motivation on money. And I also told them the reason why I don't drive my motivation on money is because if I was only money motivated, I would be willing to do anything to get that money, including unethical things that I'm not willing to do today. Because people that are just hungry for money, they will do whatever it is to get that money. I want success. I want to be successful. I want to be looked at as one of the best in whatever it is that I'm doing. And if you're successful, if you're one of the best, you're guaranteed to get the money. I like money just like everybody else. But that's not what's going to drive me. So have passion for what it is that you want to do. And always be thinking of success more than money. Money has to come.
And you hit kind of nail on the head, because if everybody was money motivated, everybody would actually have money. So when you are driven by a passion, like you're saying, and success, like you're saying, then you will start attracting more money to you, because basically like the value that you be giving, you're inspiring people. One of my favorite quotes is by Zig Ziglar. Give more people what they want, you get what you want. And you're doing that. You're doing that, becoming a award-winning author. You're doing that by impacting people on stage. You did it, as a Harlem Globetrotter. So, basically nothing has changed. You just basically took that skill set that you have developed, through, not just your childhood, becoming, from your mom and basketball. You just transferring it to your entrepreneurial career. And that's awesome, man. That's great. So what's the best thing? What's the best way we could connect with you? Because like I said, we need to wrap it up. I won't keep you here all day. What's the best way we can connect with you?
You can always contact me on KevinDaleySpeaks.com. I'm on all social media as well. I'm on Twitter, Mr. Trotter21. I'm on Instagram as What If You Were KD. That's my Instagram name, but you can find all my social media on that website. You can see information about my book there. You can purchase the book. I never stopped smiling, and I also have a goal setting workbook as well. Never Stop Your Goals. Very, very good. I wrote it for high school kids mostly, but adults use it more than kids. So that impressed me. Adults use this a whole lot more than kids, and you can write in it and do great stuff with it. But yeah, I love to hear feedback. Contact me. I'm very on. I contact people directly. I don't have people do it for me. So yeah, KevinDaleySpeaks.com. You're gonna have a link for that too, right?
Yeah, I have a link for it. Actually, if you want to actually get that book, you can go to AskJWarren.com/smiling. And you can pick up his book, askjwarren.com/smiling. Pick up his book, and like I said, I mean, I've read probably. I gotta admit, I haven't read the whole thing yet. Probably about 75%, but there's a lot of value in that book, and I love it. I personally got a signed copy, so I don't know if he's gonna promise that to any of you guys, but but yeah, head over to that. Maybe. But yeah, askjwarren.com/smiling. You can pick up his book, Kevin Daley Speaks. If you're looking for a speaker, a motivational speaker, inspirational speaker, somebody to speak to your kids, this is the man for you. I mean, I've been to a lot of his Globetrotter shows. And he's about his business, but he's entertaining when he does it. He's always smiling. So, I appreciate the time, my man.
Thanks,
I know New Year's around the corner, so since you planted that seed in me, I may not be going out anymore. I might be on the court with you, or. All right, my man. Appreciate it, man, and we'll holler at you on the next one.
All right, man. Have a good one.